All right, y'all, so we're about to get into this little KSI and Logan Paul fight. We're going to have a little discussion about it. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you're going to know I don't usually make videos like this. But I like doing videos like this. So we're going to get into it. You messing with the Turtle Hermit School, you feel me? Only real ones know. Look at the back, look at the back. Turtle Hermit School of Martial Arts, you feel me? But we about to talk about KSI, Logan Paul. So I've been following this little YouTube beef since it all started. You know, I watched the Joe Weller fight back in February 2018. I watched the original KSI versus Logan Paul fight, and everything was cool. But it's not a sponsorship. Everything was cool about it. I never expected them to carry it on this much, like to have such a huge audience with it. Can these sirens go away? But I never really expected the fight to get this big, because it's crazy how YouTubers really started off from like people like Smosh and Niga Higa making videos in their basement and everything, to YouTubers really like main eventing professional boxing matches and all this other stuff, having all this media attention, all pouring in from so many different areas just so they can talk about YouTube and YouTubers. That's tough. Now, of course, the main question that you might be wondering, who am I rooting for? The Nightmare, KSI, or Logan Logan Maverick Paul. I'm gonna get into that at the very end of the video. Before we talk about that, let's talk about how it all began. KSI is the YouTube boxing champion. He defeated Joe Weller in their first amateur boxing match, and KSI became the champion. Then he called out Logan Paul. Huge YouTube event. Logan Paul and KSI main evented. They had Jake Paul and Deji in there. They had all these other YouTubers, and all these other YouTubers put on a really good show. And then KSI and Logan had their match, and of course it was a majority draw. Now with this event, it's gonna be all professional fighters and just KSI and Logan Paul, who are now professional fighters. And I like watching, I don't know how I really feel about this, because I like watching fights. I like fights, I like boxing, but I like YouTube a lot, and I like watching YouTubers. This was a YouTube event, and then Eddie Hearns came in and turned it into just a money scheme with all these professional fighters so he can merge all the audiences. And from a business point of view, it makes sense. But from a fan's point of view, a YouTube fan, it's like I'm not seeing anybody I want to see except JJ and Logan. And I know they want to talk about like Big Gib versus Jake Paul, or Face Sensei was supposed to have his match, but then he got hurt, and Gib and Jake might be on another card, and all this other mess, and Deji might be fighting. And then there was the Fuzi versus Slim fight with Adam Saleh, the other stuff. Like, there's all this boxing stuff going on and all this talk about boxing, but like, as of right now, there's nothing really set in stone for what else is gonna happen with this YouTube boxing and whatever else. So we really are in the dark on everything. I've been watching the videos, been watching the press conferences. They just had the final press conference in LA yesterday. It got pretty heated. Shannon Briggs up there, let's go champ. I don't understand that, man. I don't know if he's intentionally being annoying or what. Him and Vidal clearly have some beef. He's more upset than Vidal is. Vidal just goes up there, says some snarky comments like, stop doing drugs, or you haven't been relevant in the last 5 years. And this man, Shannon Briggs, was like, you're gonna understand if I break your jaw right now. I was like, that's a press conference. You're the coach. Why are you arguing? He was talking about taking it outside and stuff. So I'm like, Shannon Briggs is clearly already having his mind like affected by all this. Like, the mentality is off, and it's weird because he's the veteran here. He's like the one who's used to the sport the most, but he's the one who's snapping the most. Out of everybody on stage, he seems like he's being the most emotional about everything. You got to think about how everybody in their corner's feeling, the whole team. Vidal, Leon, everybody, and JJ's side, they all seem very calm, cool, and collected, and everything. Like, they're just relaxed and they know what's up. Of course, on the last conference, JJ got a little tempered, which is weird because he usually is always one who's calm Logan was one who would shove him. Joe was one who would shove him. JJ never really started shoving people. Until that last press conference, that was the first time he started the attack. Usually someone attacks him and then he goes for it. But this time he was the aggressor over Logan. Because Logan kept asking him, what's 5 times 5? What's 7 times 6? Like, he was asking him all these random math questions. I'm sitting there like, it's a boxing match. So why are we doing math? Doing some basic math on a boxing press conference. But if you couldn't tell already, I'm Team KSI, obviously. He's black. That's my first thing. I'm always gonna support the black dude. I'm sorry. Unless I actually mess with the other dude. But 9 out of 10 times, I'll be on the black dude side. Especially if I don't know you. But JJ, I never really started watching him until 2017 when the whole Simon beef happened and he joined up with Ricegum and all them. That's really when I got into him, and now he's one of my favorite YouTubers, if not my favorite. Logan, I've heard about him back on Vine, but I never watched him like that. I just watched him when he would like be in like Batches videos or something like that. And then I realized he was like then he went to YouTube and I realized it was the same dude. And then he had the whole Suicide Force incident, which definitely tarnished his reputation and name, which made me not like him even more. I didn't really get that affected by it, but I was just like, he's an asshole, so. Now, it's like completely even. They both seem like legitimate like people. They both can be mature. KSI, he's just more entertaining, and I like his personality more. I like his channel more and everything like that. I'm rooting for him. I want him to win. The best of luck to him. I know he has his family issues with Deji and all that, but I feel like everybody that like likes him or knows him, they're really rooting for him and they're in his side. And he has to improve on his style because last fight he was very wild. This time I feel like he's gonna come in there like a real boxer, keep it smooth, nice structure, nice. He's gonna talk his. I don't like Jake Paul, so Logan, he's cool, but I definitely want to see JJ knock him out. I don't have anything personally with him. I really don't dislike Logan or anything. His videos are actually entertaining to watch. But I'm just rooting for Team KSI. So JJ, best of luck, and I hope you knock him out. Please, knock him out. Please don't get knocked out and embarrass yourself and everyone else that's like rooting for you. I know you're like the cockiest person alive, because I know I'm a cocky person, and JJ, you're like a million times cockier than me. So, as much shit you've been talking, please back it up. Please back it up. And without further ado, we out.